going on, family? You're listening to NOLA Talks on P2R TV. We're sitting here with none other than the legendary DJ Aktright.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell y'all something before we start this about DJ Aktright. DJ Aktright did one of the most played remixes in NOLA Remixes Bounce. Right after the storm, you know how people was relocated?
Right.
Relocated. They said things come at perfect timing. Right when people was relocated, right when people was missing New Orleans, then all of a sudden DJ Aktright decided to make this remix. And y'all might have heard it. We can't play it on here because they'll give it a strike. It's Anita Baker remix. Now this remix, I'm gonna tell you something, man. They play this no matter where you at. If New Orleans people in the building, they gotta play this remix. I don't care if it's New York,
right,
Texas, California, here, they played that remix. And let me tell you something, that right there made people feel like they was at home, and that's why that remix is, I could say, famous today. But let's get into it. I just wanted to bring that up. That right there will make this man legendary in itself, you know. One of the remembered DJs out of New Orleans. Now let's get this thing started.
Eating on that turkey neck.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got
some crabs.
We got
straight out of New Orleans.
We got crabs over here. We got turkey necks. We out here in front of the Sick Golf Bar. We on Veterans, man. I know y'all see the cars passing by. But let me ask you something, man. Where you from? Out of New Orleans.
Well, originally, because that's a hard question to kind of answer, because a lot of people don't know that I'm actually from Uptown.
All right.
13.
Brown Balance and Magnolia.
Yeah. Uptown.
We gonna talk about that one later. But why you say it's complicated?
Well, because a lot of people know me from DJing downtown a lot. So I would guess that made people kind of think that I might have went to Carver. You know, I used to do a lot for a lot of downtown schools like Douglas, Carver. So I even had people say, oh man, he must be an alumni with Carver. You know? And I mean, you know, sometimes people kind of just automatically think that where you at is where you from. You know, but that ain't the case with me, per se. I mean, in most cases, I'm from Uptown.
From Uptown.
Right.
All right. How long you been DJing?
Actually, this year makes 20 years. 20 years. Yeah, this year makes 20 years. I started in 1999. Been running my business ever since 1999. 20 years in this city. DJing.
20 years in this city.
Yeah.
Before we even go further, let me ask you this. What made you, because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people know that remix. I don't mean to bounce back to the remix, but I'm going to do it. A lot of people know that remix all over the world. And when you say DJ Aktright, they say, oh, I know that name. Let me ask you something. What made you decide to do that remix? Like, what brought that remix on with Anita Baker?
Well, this one thing, and I'm glad you asked that, because a lot of people don't know. Man, I done actually put out maybe about, I want to say maybe 40, 45 CDs over my time since 99. And when I say CDs, a lot of bounce, you know what I'm saying? We had hip hop also, but in this area, well, I know a lot of y'all know, a lot of people didn't know it back in the days that bounce is a big thing here in New Orleans. Some people kind of feel that bounce is something that just started. You know, some people also think that Miley Cyrus started when she first did the little twerking on the
Some people
on the
really
stage.
think that, bro.
Some people really think that.
Y'all need to kill y'all. Y'all think that. If you think that, kill yourself right now.
And the thing is, I say like this here. What made me do that mix? I've done so many remixes to I really can't think of how many it is, But that particular one was one that everybody just liked. Like, I know you can relate to that. A lot of people out there that do music or whatnot.
What year did it come out?
I actually want to say I did that remix like 03. 03. It was before Katrina.
It was before Katrina.
Right.
But for some reason, during that time of Katrina, that mud took off, man. I don't know if someone took it out of town. I don't know.
I could kind of give you the whole scenario of that.
Yeah, how?
Now, a lot of people that know a lot about Diddy Boo, a lot of people that know a lot about DJ Aktright and how I used to do things, they can relate. Because I actually get people that come up to me and tell me some of the history. Because what happened was, there's a certain CD that I will always put out, you know, in the community and stuff like that. And it was called Bounce Fest. Now, the Bounce Fest always was a year ahead of its time. So if I put out, let's say, Bounce Fest 2004, it wouldn't come out like, let's just say, if I put it out in 2004, I would put 2005 on it.
Yeah.
So people that actually followed us, knew a lot about the remixes and everything, bought every CD we put out or however, actually knows that. So a lot of people may think that that Anita Baker came out in 05. It actually came out in 04. I did it in 03, like late December, something like that, but it didn't come out until 04. But the disc would have 05 on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but this is something that we did because we were like, what we felt what we was doing was before its time. We felt like the CDs or whatever, that this music right here gonna be some shit that they want to hear next year.
Oh yeah, okay, all right.
You know.
Oh yeah.
And now the funny part about that, you want to know, because you want to say like, well, how was it done in 05, 04, 03? But it didn't get like pretty much hot until after Katrina and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still trying to figure that thing out myself. But
I figured it out.
I mean,
I said in the beginning.
Right, yeah. I mean,
people was displaced.
Right.
Needed something to remind them of home. And somehow that song got out there.
True.
Dallas, Texas, Atlanta, New York. I wasn't a bounce head and I heard the song.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Right place, right time.
And that's true.
Now, it'd have been fire if you would have been singing it like Anita Baker, but...
Oh, yeah, now I'd have got all the money.
You made her a lot of money, but still.
Right.
They here. I don't care where you at. Zulu Club, I don't care if you're in Atlanta, I don't care where you at. If they go play New Orleans Bounce, they gotta put that song in there. They gotta. And if anybody, I'm not gonna put it, I might put the intro on here, but I can't put the song on this video because they gonna strike it. But I'm gonna put the link at the bottom, and once y'all click it, you will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I actually heard somebody say they heard it in Canada.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And I'm gonna give a shout out to somebody on that, you know, that pretty much helped me, I wanna say, helped me break this song.
Who?
Now, I don't think this is something I probably ever told you.
What?
Something I tell many people, because I like to give due to people when it's, you know, just due. Like, some people don't believe in that. They like kind of say, well, this was a person that took this song and ran it.
I mean, Turkey, that's why he's talking if y'all hear me.
Right, yeah, we getting down. The weather done changed a little bit, so if y'all see me wiping and stuff like that, it ain't just the seafood spice.
That's the seasoning in the weather, yeah.
Right. But this person is DJ Money Fresh, man. You know.
DJ Money Fresh.
Right. He a well-known guy. They had the duck off at the time, and you know, man, he, you know, I owe him a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I first started off DJing, which I'm gonna let you probably just, should I just go on and get into that part? Now, 10 more Buck wanted to sign with Diddy Boo before he got with Big Face.
Big Face.
Right. 10 more Buck was gonna sign with us before he got with Big Face. Now, a lot of people don't know, we even had Willie Puckett at one time.
What? Wait.
Yeah, Willie Puckett, that was with Take 4.
Y'all had Willie Puckett, what happened? But that's kind of strange, man, because it seemed like you had a lot of people before, and Willie Puckett did pretty good in the bounce world. It seemed like you had a lot of people right before they did good in the bounce world or during their rise.
Well, Willie Puckett, you gotta think, he was one of the first ones. You know, he was back with Jubilee and Take 4 when they was doing their thing. This was years later, you know. But I mean, we actually, you know, did music together.
You know what? Before we continue, I want to use this segment. I wanted to do a segment called "How NOLA Are You?" I'm gonna ask you some NOLA questions. I thought about it. I thought about this right before.
Before we go on,
hold on.
Let me say a couple of more names. I don't want people to get their feelings.
Oh yeah, okay, go ahead.
We had Fireboy Chris.
I said the ones that made it big. They made it big. Now I'm not a bounce major, me.
Oh well, Crystal, she had the little song, 6'4" Dude,
yeah, 6'4" Dude,
yeah,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
6'4" Dude, man. That's right.
Right. I mean, if I forgot somebody, I don't, you know, but
We'll catch you next go round.
right.
Now, here go the subject. How NOLA are you? I want to ask you these questions, and guess what? Some of y'all need to answer this in the comments too. The first question: did you ever own a pair of Ballys? Throwback Ballys back then?
Yeah.
What kind?
Mirage. Let me see. I had the Mirage. I had the sport kind.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. The animals. I still got my animals too.
Still got the animals?
Yeah. Now, at one time, man, I was a Bally dude, bro. Like, you know, I was a Bally dude. Like,
all right.
I'll buy Bally. Now the tennis, I don't really know too. The Marinas. I had the Marinas. Right. What's the oh man? Cause you know Bally had some days. I know one pair was like some suede kind, like.
Okay, well you got that's NOLA right there.
I even had the Bally like the little black ones or whatever.
Let me ask you this.
What's the ones they call them oh no, I can't think of the name of those. But yeah, we go ahead.
Okay, now let me ask you this. How NOLA are you? What shirt mostly people wore with those Ballys? There was two shirts, really one, but we could put two in there. Two shirts they wore with their Ballys.
Polo.
And what else?
Heel figure.
Look at that, boy. That's NOLA there, baby. You gotta be throwback NOLA to know that. Bust down heel figure. You gotta be thrown out.
But guess what? Guess what they had around their neck?
What?
A rope chain.
Rope chain. There you go. Okay, we got another one. Okay. I hear you. Did you ever own a Delta 88 sitting on rims?
No, I didn't own a Delta 88.
You slipping.
But guess what I did own?
What?
A Sabre sitting on disc Vogues.
Yeah,
I had disc and Vogues. It was a Buick, you know, front, like, well, at that time the front wheel drive cars was coming up, so they call it front wheel drive car.
Front wheel drive.
It's just like the 88 though.
But it wasn't the 88. All right.
It wasn't the 88.
You kind of went left on that one. Okay.
I can pass a little bit.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. This only one answer.
Okay.
During those days, we talking early 90s. What hairstyle did your girlfriend wear?
She had stacks.
Say it loud. Say it again.
Stacks.
She had stacks.
With the big earrings.
With the big earrings.
And I bought her some medallion earrings.
Look, if your girlfriend didn't have stacks back in those days, she was lame, man. You wasn't rocking with nothing. That boy said stacks.
But you know what? And then it came with the little bob thing. You know they came with the bob.
It came with the bob later, but the stacks was.
Yeah. Look, they was hot if they had them stacks.
Okay, now this question here. I think see, I know you, so I think this one you gonna kind of get. You ain't go.
There's a Nola crab, baby.
Nola crab.
There ain't none of that other stuff. Nowhere else.
No seasoning on top. You know how you go to somewhere and they throw the seasoning on. No seasoning on top. No seasoning on top. It's already seasoned.
Right.
You know, it's a seasoning on the inside. You ain't got to sprinkle nothing on top. You ain't got to dip it. You know how the other cities dip it.
You gotta dip it.
No, you ain't got to dip it. None of that. It's already there.
You gotta dip it.
Now these last two questions is straight up Nola. Now I know you know these answers, but did you do it? When you first got goals or whatever in your mouth,
okay,
how many you got at the first time?
I got 4.
You got 4. Okay. The reason I asked that, because check it out. Goals come in pairs. That's what we used to say back then. If you started off with one goal, they went around calling you one lonely goal. One goal, all kinds of stuff.
Boy.
It come in
lonely
twos.
Girl.
It come in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's how it used to be back then.
Right.
Now let me ask you this question. Where do you get your goals from?
First and Claiborne, baby.
See, that's Nola there, baby. He's only slipped on one question, but we could say he knows it.
Right,
We could say he knows it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I had a front wheel drive car. You know, I was disinvolved, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. The Diddy Boo vans, the bricks, man.